Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Wassalatu Wassalamu ala Sayyidina Anbiya wal Mursaleen. This is Lateef Qadri and you're watching VOKTV from the studio of Washington, D.C. I'm joined by our chairman for JKLF, Altaf Qadri sir, for another session. Thank you for being on the show, Qadri sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. And today we're going to talk about that there is a recent development taking place in Kashmir. India has announced that in next year, 2023, they will host G20 session inside Kashmir. Part of the reason that India has announced, it's a political, stunt that they're playing with the world. We have to realize that G20 is not comprised of some ordinary countries. These are the people who are mover and shaker of the world policy, and these are the huge economies in the world. That includes the US, the UK, China, Russia, and Turkey, and Saudi Arabia, and, about 20 of them. So if India were to take these leaders, the presidents, the premiers of the countries to Kashmir, trying to legitimize that their illegal action of revocating 370-35A was an internal matter, and it's okay for the world to allow India to make changes against the wills and the wishes of the people of Kashmir. What is the reaction of people of Kashmir and the leadership of Kashmir?
I'll tell you, it will certainly fall flat on their face. I can assure you that. Because we have two precedences when India had to eat humble pie. One was when they held a cricket match between India and West Indies. And then second time between India and Australia. And both times, everybody across the world endorsed it, realized it, and they talked about it, that it is an illegal occupation. Although that time we had not lost 120,000 people. So Kashmiris will do everything that is in their control. But the question is, what is Pakistan doing? The question is, Pakistan has a good relationship with Turkey. Pakistan has a good relationship with Saudi Arabia. Pakistan has a good relationship with Arab Emirates. What are they doing? How they are reacting? I'm pretty sure they don't know even about it.
Well, there was a statement from the Foreign Office of Pakistan, and this is just a claim that I have not heard the Prime Minister, the current Prime Minister of Pakistan, or the Foreign Minister himself saying. There was a statement from the Foreign Office saying that they have written a letter, diplomatic letter to Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and China to intervene and stop India hosting this session inside Kashmir, because Kashmir is a disputed territory. They are not welcome inside, and India is trying to play a political stunt to legitimize their illegal action that they took on August 5th of 2009. There is no aggressive approach by Pakistanis. However, the statement, for the sake of statement, was issued. So I would not be surprised that Pakistan would just let it brush under the table.
Who is going to take this letter seriously? Number one, there are reasons why. Pakistan restored the trade relationship with India, the trade commissioner, right? So if it's Pakistan says to Turkey, says, we are going to do what you are already doing. Number one.
That's number one. Yeah.
Number two, Pakistan wrote letter to them. Tell me the way these things, these talks that Pakistan, General Bajwa and Ajit Doval, they are conducting together. You think these talks are secret? People don't know. A layman like me, if I could come to know about it, how is it possible that the rest of the world, the diplomatic community, or India does not, exchange views with the international world about Kashmir and the talks development that are going there? So who is going to take seriously Pakistan? Nobody is going to take seriously. On the contrary, Imran Khan had, whether I agreed to his position or not, that's a different story. But Imran Khan had a position that he had communicated to the world, that this is the position unless India takes back the revocation of Article 370 and 35A, I'm not going to engage with India. So that is a position. That is how world will appreciate it. The world will understand it. World will say, no, we cannot twist their arm too much. They have reached the point of breaking. So they have said, no, we can't do it. But this country, first of all, Pakistan, this is a bizarre kind of situation. Let me tell you one thing. General Bajwa, you know it, I know it. General Bajwa is not going to live in Pakistan. He has a property in Belgium. He has a property in America. And reportedly, he has a property in London also. Tell me, the army chief, what stakes has he in Pakistan? If I was Pakistani prime minister or any politician or an intellectual, I will ask he should be court-martialed. He has no stakes in Pakistan. Yet he is heading 600,000 army in Pakistan. And he toasted off, he tossed off 3 legitimate governments. Are you serious? Even in African states don't do like that.
It's a sad situation that the General Bajwa has changed 3 prime ministers under his tenure of 3 and plus.
And yet he is not going to live in Pakistan.
Yet he's not going to live. On the other
and God, he is looking for third
term actually.
Third
term. You see that is.
Who? Tell me honestly, when you look at this political spectacle that is in Pakistan, who is going to take them seriously? Who is going to take them seriously? I swear to God, I'm nobody. I know that. If their prime minister would come to me and ask me to meet, I will tell him, I will play golf that time. I will go somewhere, eat some food rather than to waste my time with you. Why should I waste my time engaging with such people?
If a chief of a 600,000 army is not serious about its own country, so allegedly what you're saying because of...
No, first of all, what stakes he has.
Exactly. He doesn't have any stake. Same is the case with the former chiefs. They're not even in Pakistan. Look at the General Canny you mentioned in our previous talk. Where is General Canny today?
In Australia.
He is in Australia. Reportedly that he owns his own island. A 5-star general, where on earth that he was able to manage to get his own island? I thought he was serving the country at one point of time. And today we see him owning his own island, and he's not even in Pakistan. And same is the case with the previous chiefs. If you look at the chiefs, who were before.
Yeah.
And now the same would be the case with the current
Except one man. Except one man, General Musharraf. General Musharraf. Mm-hmm. I tell you, because they created a situation. He was not leaving. Remember that. He was not leaving. He was forced to leave by Nawaz Sharif because he started victimization. He had a vendetta against him. Then General Rahil Sharif, he went to Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. He told him that the army is not happy. Don't do it. But despite that, he had sent the police when he was in the hospital. He sent police to arrest him. Then the army, General Rahil Sharif, he had some personal connection with General Musharraf. He admired him for some reason. Then General Musharraf left. He's on a deathbed and he still,
wants to come back.
Rest of them, I don't support them. I have had a very tough talk with General Musharraf. Very tough talk. And he will give you a patient hearing and respond.
Well, people do respect General Musharraf, and he has a great deal of respect inside Pakistani military, and people respect him for his courageous stance that he took. And he was probably the only chief in the last several decades who seriously presented that 4-point solution towards Kashmir, and that there was a progress that was being made. Let me ask you this question. General Musharraf was ousted when he was almost close to finding a solution for Kashmir from both sides.
No, they had, I will break in here, they had finalized dates with Manmohan Singh. They had found his middle school because he had done